Today we will be installing AMS lower downpipes on my Infiniti Q50 RS400. I literally got this car only a couple days ago. I've already had the downpipes. Let's go ahead, let's get them installed.
Before we go ahead and get these downpipes installed, let me give you a little bit of backstory on where this Infiniti has been for the past few months. This Infiniti was actually my mom's car. She used it for about 5.5 years until she finally passed it down to me to where she wanted me to have it. It was middle of November when she passed the car down to me. While driving the car home, I did crash and hit a deer as it crossed in the middle of the road. The car did take it like a champ. I have plenty of photos to show up on the screen. While the car was near totaled, they decided not to. It was about $10,000 in damages till finally they decided to put it all together where it took so long. Without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy the glorious sound of catless downpipes on an Infiniti Q50 twin turbo V6.
I'd also like to mention it is pouring rain. I'm not in a garage, it is just a little overhang. So clearly, as you can tell, we have perfect weather conditions. So these are the AMS lower downpipes. We've switched over to the microphone because it's really loud and you guys need to hear. So let's go ahead, let's get the car up on jacks and let's get started. Before we get to working on the car, let's do a cold start with the stock lower downpipes on. One thing I will be doing first is adding WD-40 to all the bolts. This is a 2017, so it is a little bit older, I guess you could say. This is gel lube WD-40, but I'm sure it works relatively the same. I'm not gonna pull these all the way out, so I'm just gonna loosen it a good amount. This is the worst part, is trying to break these rusty ass bolts loose. She budged. Wow. Holy ass. Oh my gosh. You don't even need a breaker bar. Just go to Ace Hardware and get a pipe for like $4. We do have one slight problem. Just like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this car was in a wreck because of the deer. They did have to replace the hood and pretty much the entire front bumper, as you saw from the pictures. So with that, I am just now noticing the hood is popped. So if we lift it, it is on struts, but if I let go, it just falls. So we've got a sweet Louisville M9 Maple C271. Got a little bit of character on her. Face tracking definitely helps when you're by yourself. Now this is going to be the hardest part for sure. We have to reach the top bolts that connect to the cat, which are only accessible from the top of the engine bay. So we're gonna have to use a ton of extensions, but let's figure it out. Before I started this was the part that I was slightly concerned about.
Okay.
I'm holding the hood up with my back. Thanks, baseball. The AMS downpipes are officially done. I got super worried yesterday because the passenger side is a pain to get out, especially the O2 sensor. It took me up until about 10 o'clock at night, but we finally got everything in. I have not listened to it yet. It was super late. Not that I don't think it's gonna be incredibly loud, but I wanted to wait for you guys so that way the lighting and everything is good. So without further ado, the moment everyone's been waiting for, let's turn the car on, let's go drive it, and let's see how it sounds. Car is getting warm. We're not gonna romp on it yet. For anyone that has doubts on these cars, brakes are a little squeaky. For anyone who has doubts on these cars, these Infinitis are crazy. Super nice on the inside. The speakers bang. The speakers are insanely good. So far, it just sounds totally stock. I think the stock exhaust does a really good job at actually keeping the sound low because it sounds totally stock. Definitely has a little bit more of a growl to it, but it's not by any means loud. It still sounds nearly stock. You do get more turbo spool though, that's for sure. Well, there you have it, guys. That is the AMS lower downpipes on Infiniti Q50, the RS400. I hope you guys enjoyed. The turbo spool is somewhat faint, but you can definitely hear it, and the growl is a little bit better. It's not anything crazy. Is it worth the effort? Absolutely. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.